As you can see, the Indian Hill High School auditorium has been transformed into the Paris Opera House as our students prepare to bring the Phantom of the Opera to life. Welcome to Portrait of a Brave, Brave Arts, in our continuing State of the Schools video series. I'm Kirk Konecki, and it's my privilege to serve as the superintendent of the Indian Hill School District. In this episode, we will take an in-depth look at our art education in three parts: vocal and theater performance, visual art, and orchestra and band. Indian Hill begins stage productions with our youngest Braves at Indian Hill Primary School, and they grow in vocal performance and theater at each building in the district. 320 students participate in our vocal and theater programs in middle school and high school combined. This year, our premieres earned superior ratings in the top 2A division at the Ohio Music Education Association's large group contest, a division that typically is reserved for the largest high schools in the state. Jeff Clark is in his 4th year as a Brave and 19th year as a teacher. He's the show director for this amazing production, and he's known for directing competitive show choirs. Jeff, tell us a little bit about the shows that your groups have been working on this year.
Absolutely. We started off this year with Carmina Burana, which is a famous masterwork by Carl Orff. We were able to collaborate with the Cincinnati Choral Society as well as the Blue Ash Montgomery Symphony Orchestra. So we did a performance of that this fall. We are currently working on our repertoire for our large group contest for AA division. And then, of course, we have Phantom of the Opera, which, as you can tell, has been a monumental effort. But we have a lot of active events going on. All-state choir, we had several students accepted into the highest honor possible for the state. And we have students that also do many actual performances outside of the school day, including overture awards and many vocal competitions. We really definitely make sure we keep them busy, everything from our cabaret night in the fall up through powwow, and then of course our spring concert up in April.
It's amazing the amount of and volume of work that the students and the teachers are always involved here at Indian Hill. Can you tell me, from your perspective, what is it that makes your programs uniquely Indian Hill?
I think we truly are brave in our conquests of our musical arts here. We're very bold. We take decisions to do these monumental efforts very seriously. We want to make sure we give them the dignity that they deserve, but we also want to make sure we propel our students into doing things for musical arts that are above the standard high school level. We're doing things on this stage and doing things with our program that many high schools could only dream of, and I think that our students are so well prepared with their education here that they're ready to take the next steps and take on something that would be more collegiate or something really you would find in the professional world.
Brave and bold and bringing dreams to life. That's
Absolutely
what it's all about, and you do a great job with that.
Thank you so much. And thank you for your support.
We want to introduce you to a student who is no stranger to this stage. Riley Grace has been a Brave since kindergarten, and she'll be performing an important piece for us and working the Phantom of the Opera all week. Welcome, Riley.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Tell me a little bit about what you consider the highlights of your singing career here at Indian Hill High School.
Well, I've been a part of the theater program since I think 3rd grade, and I've been doing many shows since middle school and all throughout high school, and I'm also a part of Indian Hill Premieres with Mr. Clark, and I've been doing that since my sophomore year, and yeah, it's been such a great experience so far, and I'm so excited for next year too.
Can you tell us a little bit about how the music education program has helped you grow as an individual and maybe help prepare you for your future?
Yeah, the Indian Hill Music Education Program has created such a great community here, and they have taught me so much about the arts and like just how to be prepared for them for my future, because I'm hoping to go into the future, some sort of, whether it's performing or through arts education. And yeah, I just feel like it's created such a great community, and yeah.
What are some of your favorite roles over the last few years?
Well, last year I was Donna in Mamma Mia, which was super fun. Thank you. But it was super fun. And I played Belle in Beauty and the Beast in 8th grade, and yeah, that was a lot of fun.
And we're looking forward, of course, to Phantom this week, and you're going to share your talents with us today, and
Yes.
you're going to play a little piece for us?
Yes, I'm going to be singing Think of Me. It's a little cadenza that Carlotta does at the beginning of the show. So
Wonderful. Thank you.
Think of me fondly when we've said goodbye. Remember me every so often. Promise me you'll try on that that not so distant day when you are far away and free. If you ever find a moment, spare a thought for me.
For 5 consecutive years, the Indian Hill School District has been nationally recognized as a best community for music education. Part of our award-winning program includes early exposure to music education. Every 5th grade student plays a band or orchestra instrument, and we have over 319 students from middle school and high school who perform with orchestra and band. Who directs all of those orchestra students? Meet Trista Emmons, who joins us with 2 of our amazing students, Annie Hovey and Caleb Zender. Welcome.
Thank you.
Trista, why is early exposure to music education so important for the development of our Braves?
Well, every child in our district benefits from a comprehensive music education beginning in kindergarten with the ORTH program. You guys remember Mrs. Watson and your Tas and your TTs. At each grade level, music education for us is not a haphazard collection of songs that students learn, but really a comprehensive sequence so that all students have a solid musical foundation and continually evolve with their focus.
I love that word, evolution. What are you most proud of when it comes to the orchestra program?
Well, I am thrilled at the progress that they have made. They consistently receive superior ratings when we go to OMEA state orchestra contests. I love their passion for music and their energy and their willingness to help each other. It really is a collaborative approach. And I also love that the opportunity we have to collaborate with outside of these walls and really out into the community, whether it's performing at retirement homes or collaborating with John Morris Russell and the Cincinnati Pops, or and a lot of our students also have opportunities to perform with the Cincinnati Symphony Youth Orchestra and All-State Orchestra. So there are just an abundance of opportunities for them to take part of.
And most of these students are involved in the whole music education program,
Right.
not just orchestra, right?
Absolutely.
So Annie and Caleb, could you each tell us a little bit about your journey in music as a Brave? When you think back, what are you most proud of?
There are a lot of things that I'm really proud of, and I'm really excited and lucky to be a part of this program. I've been here since kindergarten, so I was able to have Mrs. Watson and Mrs. Bone and go through all of that. And then choosing the cello in 5th grade was monumental for me. I honestly just did it because I had to. But I found a love for the cello that I never thought I was ever going to need. And then now I'm also in the marching band, as you can see.
Yeah.
So that's new for me. And I'm also in premieres, which is a huge part of my life now. I'm the section leader of the altos, as well as one of the student directors there. So it's just a really great opportunity for me to be able to, explore every element of music. Especially, I want to go into music education. So it's a really
Excellent.
great opportunity for me. Yeah.
That's great to hear. How about you, Caleb?
So for me in the music program, I started out here at Indian Hill in 4th grade. And in 5th grade, I picked up the double bass, which was, my parents, they didn't like that. They had to transport a giant instrument now. But growing up with the bass, going all through middle school, it was great. It was a great experience getting to collaborate with everybody else in the orchestra and learning how teamwork is really a big thing in the orchestra. I'm just a small piece of it, but once you put everyone together, you can really come out with something really beautiful in the end. Now in high school, I play the bass still in the orchestra, but I also play sousaphone in the marching band, and I do concert tuba in the concert band. So I'm a little bit of everywhere.
Let's build on what you said. Can you tell us a little bit about how the music education program has helped you grow as a person and maybe helped prepare you for your future?
Yeah, as I said, it's really a collaborative effort of everyone in the orchestra and in the band. Once you get everyone to put in their all, and when you start to get a blend of everyone, and as everyone puts in what they can, you really get a really pretty end product, especially in orchestra. I'm the only bassist in the orchestra, and the violins seem to outnumber me 1,000 to 1. There are so many of them. But when we practice and put as much effort in as we can, and really start to collaborate with one another, we come out with something really, really nice. And just that showing how teamwork is really important has helped me to grow for sure.
What do you think, Annie, about that?
I agree 100% with what he said about teamwork. It's evident, especially going from like the beginning of the marching band season or the beginning of like cabaret season in premieres, to see how rough things can be at the beginning. And then coming out for the marching band, we started off with such a rough piece and, marching, and it just was that we had new kids. There was so much work that we had to put in, but then coming out in the end, I mean, we won mid-states. We haven't. It just doesn't happen. To see something so amazing happen just because everyone was willing to put in 110%. For those kids who, everyone is at a different level, but especially here at Indian Hill, for those kids who may struggle more than others, there's always someone who's willing to help, to get everyone to a point where everyone is contributing equally to one greater whole that is really, in the end, something that's beautiful and emotional. And it's, in every musical group, it's a family that we create. We celebrate that every day. It's
Creating
cool.
a family, and I'm hearing you talk about work ethic and collaboration and teamwork, and to me that's leadership, right? And our music education program is all about building leaders, I think, and you two are fine examples. So you're going to play something for us today and share your talents. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're going to play?
Okay. So we were going to play an excerpt from Brahms's Hungarian Dance, but we didn't have a lot of time to prepare that one. But we've been working on just a little bit of "Hello, Darkness, My Old Friend" by Simon and Garfunkel.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So we'll be playing a little bit of that.
That sounds great. Kindergarten through grade 12, visual art is an important part of our curriculum at the Indian Hill School District. At Indian Hill High School, we offer 9 courses covering 8 disciplines in addition to advanced placement courses in studio art and art history. This year, our middle school and high school students earned 22 Scholastic Art Awards, and 5 submissions earned highest possible regional recognition, gold, and advanced to the national competition in New York City. We've also had an Overture Award semifinalist the past 3 years, with 2 of those students moving to the finals. This year, Overture Award finalist Olivia Sheldon joins us on stage with the Indian High School art faculty members Adam Wolter and Julie Pfeiffer, and they're going to share a little bit about the Indian Hill visual art experience with us. Welcome, Olivia. Congratulations on your recent recognition. Can you tell me a little bit about what inspires you as an artist?
I have many things that inspire me as an artist. I think for anyone, inspiration just kind of comes from what's around them. So I'm inspired by my environment, the way light falls on things. I'm inspired by color. I'm also very inspired by my classmates and teachers, because often we'll have discussions about a piece that I'm working on or a concept, and being able to get feedback from different people is really helpful, because you get a different perspective on something or totally new ideas often on your pieces. For my overture pieces, I was heavily inspired by my younger sister, who is an elementary schooler at Indian Hill.
Why don't you hold those up and let's see those while you're talking about them.
All of these are based on photos of my younger sister. There are 7 in total. There's 7 in total, and they're all based on the 7 deadly sins. I just pulled up some of my favorites of them. So inspiration from her, and then for most of these pieces, being able to talk again with my friends, art students, Mr. Walter, about what I'm doing with the piece is something that really inspires me to be able to create them in their final form.
Tell me a little bit about how the visual art program has helped you grow again as a person and maybe prepare you for the future in terms of skills.
Yeah. So obviously I've been taking art since I came here as a second grader, so I've been here for a very long time. So like primary school up through the high school, I've always taken art classes, and I think that's kind of culminated in AP Studio, where you kind of decide on your own portfolio. So a lot of the skills that I've built up through middle school and, you know, learning how to do delicate shading and blending of colors culminates for me in that kind of understand, like in an AP Studio environment where it's very similar to how you would be as a visual artist in real life. And I do plan to practice or to continue with my visual art career into college and hopefully into my just life as an adult.
That's wonderful to hear. Career skills building in high school and, of course, working with excellent teachers. Adam, can you tell us a little bit about what makes the visual art program uniquely Indian Hill?
Well, we want all our students to develop intellectually. And in the visual arts, that means practice and reflection. You're not going to get better if you don't work hard and analyze your results. What makes us unique is our commitment to the student voice. We feel that if all our students ever did was follow directions, that they'd be missing an important part of the creative process. So we personalize the learning, and therefore we feel like the students aren't just thinking about what they're going to do, but also what they're going to say.
That's excellent. And Julie, can you talk a little bit about how that evolves from building to building in our visual art program as our Braves are growing and developing?
Thank you. I'd love to. We teach the visual arts as a language, a visual language, and visual art is a universal language that is becoming imperative in our increasing digital communication world. And much like any other language, we expose them to the tools and materials. We give them a chance to practice and experiment. They get feedback, they try again, and they progress to a point of having some fluency. So we prepare our students to be both critical producers and consumers of visual information. Our primary school, the young artists start out with developing their independent symbol system, experimenting with mark making and materials in order to just communicate some meaning to others. The elementary school then further develops that visual vocabulary by investigating and incorporating the history of art making throughout the world. Our middle school does a great job of furthering their skill development and confidence building, as well as introducing sort of that feedback revision cycle that's critical at that point in their development. And then our high school opens up a wide array of material exploration so that students can begin to use that artistic voice. So using that visual language to sort of refine and communicate ideas of personal significance. At the high school, students have the opportunity to take drawing and painting, ceramics and sculpture, printmaking and photography, graphic design and digital art, as well as AP Studio Art and AP Art History.
And again, sharing all of those gifts with your students as they grow throughout their Brave career to end up with such signature talent like Olivia here. And Olivia, thank you for sharing your gifts with us today. That's what makes our visual art program uniquely Indian Hill.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the gift of your time. As always, we appreciate your Brave support.